So in CRM we have a bunch of modules. Our modules are basically just a collection of entities relating to that module. So in the sales we've got our leads, opportunities, etc. When you have an entity selected, you will see the default view associated with your user. By default, all the views that would be set would be the My views, so My Open Leads, My Accounts, etc. If you want to change the view, simply click on the view itself. You see all the system delivered views. Click whichever one you want. And if you want this to be set as your new default view, click on the View tab and set as default view, so that next time you come to leads, it'll always come to all leads instead. Up here at the top is what we call the ribbon in CRM. The ribbon is context sensitive based on what you've selected. So whether you have leads, opportunities, or accounts, the actions that you can perform on these views will change. Also, depending on whether you have certain items in the view selected, you get more options. So now you see all the different actions associated with these records that you have selected. Now every time you're creating a new record for an entity or modifying an existing record, the window that comes up is what we call a form. Currently we're in the information form for the accounts entity. This is the delivered form that comes with the installation. Now each individual piece of data that you can enter in for the account is what we call fields and attributes. Now these fields and attributes will always exist regardless of whether or not they display on the form. So as an example, in our record basic company, we see we have some address data down here that displays on this information form. Now if I go to another form which I've created called simple form, that address information doesn't display here, but it's still defined for this record. Now in CRM you can always customize and create new fields for the accounts, and similarly you can do the same for forms. You can create as many forms as you need depending on your business needs. So if you have two different types of users, for example sales and marketing users, you could create different forms for each of them, and the system can be configured so that it'll open up the default form based on their security role. Now on the side here you have all the entities that are related to the account. So as an example here, here's all the opportunities based on this account right now. This section here is what we call a subgrid. If for whatever reason you need to always see the opportunities with the account and it's kind of a pain to come and click down here, you can always customize it so the subgrid shows up on the form as well. None of the data that shows up in the subgrid can be edited. If for example, say you realize this opportunity is not supposed to be with this account, you would have to actually click on it, go into the opportunity, and then change it from there.